Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls. On today's episode of Locked On Bulls, we'll be talking about a couple of Bulls legends facing off in the finals. We'll also be talking about Lonzo Ball rehabbing in LA per Lavar and Ayo Dosunmu making second team all rookie. All that and more on today's Locked On Bulls.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily podcast on the Chicago Bulls, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for making Locked On Bulls your first listen every day. Locked On Bulls, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every day. That's Pat, the designer, host, and creator of the Windy City Breeze. I'm Haize, host of Chicago Bulls Central. And today, we got to get into a few topics. First off, Pat, Bulls legend Spencer Dinwiddie and Otto Porter Jr. facing off in the final. Golden State versus Dallas in the finals. Man, listen.
Conference finals here. Conference finals.
Yeah, conference finals. Yeah. Conference finals.
Let's not give them too much credit.
I did just say finals like it was just, the NBA title or whatnot. But the conference finals, man, first of all, this loss, Golden State came out. They said, hey, y'all thought we were done?
I kept telling Muggs. I tried to tell Nick yesterday. I've been telling Muggs, it's blood in the water. They smell blood in the water. And the wild part is, right, Luka had a little bit of an off game. I think Luka's going through a little bit of an injury. You saw him kind of grabbing at the shoulder early in that first. He's got like the Kylo Ren slash across the face going on. I don't know what's going on with that right there. You know what I'm saying? But Luka really struggled in this game, wasn't himself at all. Spencer Dinwiddie actually showed up a little bit in this game. Chicago Bulls legend. What did he make it past Summer League, bro? I don't think he made it past.
Did he not make it past Summer League?
No, I think we cut him to keep. We cut him to keep either Blakeney or maybe Teague. Somebody in the comments let me know who we
I know
cut
we did
him.
not. I hope we did not cut him.
Bro, we cut him for a very weak player, bro. That's all you need to know. Let me know in the comments if y'all remember which player we cut him for. Let us know down low. No, but and the Golden State Warriors smell blood in the water, right? Chicago Bulls legend Otto Porter didn't have to do much in this. The king of the finesse. And when you look at it, right, like Stephen Clay started off this game struggling woefully. They were not able to get themselves going early, able to get themselves going a little bit more in that second half, really starting to get the ball falling in that situation. And dude, like, I credit to Andrew Wiggins coming out and carrying the Warriors on his back early to start this game, man. Former teammate of Zach LaVine. You see how we connecting all this stuff in. But it's just, bro, the Warriors smell blood in the water. I give Dallas a game. Give Dallas a game. I've said this the entire time. It's not to say that Dallas is not talented. It's not to say that Dallas doesn't have some dogs on their team. They absolutely do. I don't know what the extent of Luka's injury is either, but bro, the Golden State Warriors have been here before. They know what's happening. They know how to navigate these waters, and they know when they see a wounded fish in the water. And right now, the Dallas Mavericks look like a wounded fish.
And it's unfortunate, right? Because they looked so good in the previous series, and they looked primed to really give the Golden State Warriors a fight for the money. But let's not count them out yet just because
I expect it to be competitive. I'm not saying they lose the series in this fashion the entire time, in blowout fashion the entire series.
Yeah, they better not. Because I'd be highly disappointed. But shout out to Luka for, even while being hurt, still putting up nice stats in this game. But yeah, man, I mean, it's good to see a couple of Bulls legends in there. But no, seriously, this both these conference finals have the capability to be very competitive games. And one thing that we didn't talk about, I guess, while we're talking about conference finals, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the other one in the Eastern Conference, our conference. While the Miami Heat did win that game, and Jimmy looked great, Do we think that Jimmy can keep that up? Is that eventually going to catch up to Jimmy and the Celtics be able to take that over? Because listen, the Heat needed every bit of those 40 points to win that game.
I'll say this. Jimmy can do what Jimmy needs to do. It's just is it good for the team? I feel like he's that level of player, right? I feel like Jimmy Butler can score 40 if he needs to. He might not be able to do it every night, right? Like he might not be the superstar level player where like no matter what, I can drop 40 on you and I'm gonna make this mid-range shot no matter what. I'm gonna be good at the basket. But I do think that what he gears his brain up for that night, he can make that happen. Now, the other thing with Jimmy too is, right, if Jimmy misses 4 or 5 suspect shots, Jimmy's gonna be like, hey, I ain't got it tonight. Somebody else got to make up for it. I'm gonna lock in defensively. But I feel like as Bulls fans, right, this is the series that gets me the most excited because this is the series to me that tells me that it's not all is lost to get to the NBA Finals. What I mean by that, and I love to hear y'all opinion on it. To me, there's no superstar in this series. I think Jason Tatum is a budding superstar.
Okay.
But I don't think that he's a superstar just yet, right? For me, superstar is a top 10 player in the NBA. I think is a star player. I think Jimmy's a star player. I think that Jaylen Brown is a star player. I think that that's pretty much it. Marcus Smart, really good defender. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Hero's not a star. But really, you got a bunch of role players around multiple stars. To me, that tells me that for the first time in a long time, right? Like, really the first time maybe outside of a one-off, maybe we're getting to the point in the NBA where you don't have to have one of the best players in the league to get to the finals.
Well, I mean, there's always, like you said, there's always been those one-off teams that have, without like the Detroit Pistons and things like that without a top 5 player in the league have been able to win a title. But there's so much talent in the league now to where if you do have proper roster construction with a really solid bench, you can get pretty far with that. You can make a finals. Now, can you win a finals? It comes down to the makeup of your team and what specific players you do have. But I agree with you. Like, we are in an era where it doesn't necessarily take a top 5 player. Now it helps, right? Like, let me be clear. I'm not saying
I want a top 5 player.
Yeah, I don't want a top 5 player. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying that it doesn't necessarily take that. And that's why when people say like, oh, the Bulls are never going to go anywhere with Zach LaVine, I'm like, listen, you don't know what every move AK and Eversley are going to make. Like, what I've compared it to, and I did this on my channel, and I think people responded to it more favorably than what I thought, is when Paul Pierce was sitting on the Celtics, nobody expected a team to be built, but they kept their player. They kept Paul Pierce. They trusted in him. That made Ray Allen want to come. That then made KG want to come after he just turned down waiving his trade clause to come to Boston once Ray Allen was there. You never know how it's going to work. But when you have a star, when you have a player with an elite skill, you tend to try to keep those players because they attract other players that want to come and play with them.
No, 100%. I agree with you. And I feel like that's a great analogy of it. And I think that when you look at like the same people, to me, it's so simpatico. The same people that were saying you cannot make a finals run with Jimmy Butler are the same people who are saying get rid of Zach.
And Jimmy, a much more well-rounded player on both sides of the ball. But I like it all comes down to who you have in the front office. Because if they can build a team, because you can build a team around player. Every player has flaws anyway. You can build a team, a great team, around any player that can be top 10 in the league and score. You can like it just takes.
You'll never be the favorite. That's the only thing. You'll never be the favorite.
Yeah.
Until you win one, you'll never be the favorite. And that's okay. I don't want like being the favorite. I'll be the favorite when we win a championship.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. But next up, we're gonna talk about some surprising things coming from Lavar Ball of all people. But we'll talk about that first. First, I want to talk to you guys about Truebill. Do you know why free trials renew without your consent? It's a business scam out to get you. Don't let greedy corporations pocket your money. Download Truebill to take control of your subscriptions. Truebill is a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions that you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts, and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there to help you when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. Truebill has over 2 million users and have helped them save over $100 million. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/NBA. Go right now to truebill.com/NBA. It could save you thousands a year. I'm also trying to save you guys physically as well. And so we're going to be talking about Built Bar up next. I love brownies, but you know what I love more? Brownie batter. Sometimes I eat half the batter. I just sit there while making the brownies. Imagine if you could lick that brownie spatula clean and get some protein in it. Well, you're in luck. Built Bar has a new creation, and this one is even better than the last. The brownie batter puff, you heard it right. There's a puff that's made of protein, and it takes bars to a whole new level. And they're available right now on built.com. Have you tried the puffs? You listen, you guys should have tried the puffs by now. I'm not sure what you're waiting on if you haven't, but puffs are chocolate-covered marshmallows that are protein bars. That's right, delicious flavored marshmallows covered in 100% real chocolate. With 140 calories, 17 grams of protein, and only 7 grams of sugar, brownie batter puffs are the perfect pick-me-up for any day. All Built Bar puffs are covered in 100% chocolate. That means that with Built, you can eat healthy and actually enjoy it. And they're made with collagen protein, which helps your body absorbs it more efficiently and provides tons of health benefits. Go to built.com, use the promo code LOCK15 and get 15% off your order. That's promo code LOCK15 at built.com right now to get 15% off your next order. Next up, we're going to talk about Lonzo Ball via Lavar Ball. And Lavar, as we all know Lavar likes to do, Lavar got to talking, and some things came out. Now, I'm not one to necessarily believe a lot of what Lavar says because sometimes Lavar just talks. But when it comes to his son and his knee recovery, I may lean a little bit more towards believing it. So he did say, amongst other things, he said he doesn't think that Zach LaVine's going to re-sign. I'm not interested here or there in that. Yeah. But he did say that LeVar is going to be working out in LA to do his recovery there with their
Lonzo.
people. Lonzo. Who did I say?
LeVar.
Oh, Lonzo. Yeah, we don't care
LeVar
about.
LeVar will also be working out in LA.
He'll be also working out, but we don't care about his recovery. But Lonzo's recovery in LA. Pat, what do you think about this?
I'll say this. He said, so if you guys listen, go check out the interview with David Kaplan. First off, shout out to Cap for getting LeVar on. I know a lot of people around Chicago have shied away from LeVar because LeVar is LeVar. Mm-hmm. He said some things that to me, I can't discredit, right? Mm. He essentially said, not to say that I think that the Bulls training staff is wrong, not to say that I think that the Bulls training staff is inadequate. I think we've come a long way from, what was my man's name? Mr. Was it Jeff Tanaka? Wasn't that our trainer's name?
Who almost killed a lot of Chicago Bulls. Like
almost killed quite a few Bulls players.
Yeah.
Remember Chris Dunn fell face first on the floor, and he did like the old man shuffle out to him. Like, you want to get to the dude that's bleeding from his face. Anyway, but no, I feel like that was a we've come a long way from there. But I will say this. So LaVar Ball essentially comes out. He says, Lonzo's going to come back to LA. He's going to train with me and the people that have trained him his entire life. He's going to train with the people that kind of know what he's doing and kind of know his body. He's going to do a lot of water training. He's going to train in a pool. He's going to he said the Bulls are doing a lot of resistance bands, treadmill, stuff like that. I'm not saying that LaVar Ball knows more than the Chicago Bulls training staff that went to college for this. What I am saying is that sometimes players respond better to what they know. In the NBA, the players go do a lot with the team's trainers. They do a lot with their own trainers as well, but they do a lot with the team's trainers. They do a lot of things outside of what they did to get to that point because now there's better facility, better equipment, stuff like that. I feel like Lonzo, at a minimum, since he's been in the NBA, and LaVar said this as well, changed how he did things his entire life. And all of a sudden you started seeing him being unhealthy. Some players that is the case with. Some players, hey, listen, this regimen that you supplemented your body with from the time you were 10 years old to the time that you are now 22, 23 entering the NBA, 21 sometime. How old was Lonzo? 21, right? Coming into the league.
Well, he had to be younger than that, right? Because he's only 24 now.
So 20,
He was
20
19,
then.
20?
He was probably
Yeah.
20 then. Because 1 year UCLA, yeah. So probably 19, 20, something like that. Your body's used to that. Your body's used to the things that you've put it through. Your body's used to the regimen you've used to keep yourself supplemented. He said Lonzo went out there, changed his diet, started doing almond milk. Like, those things do matter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Lavar Ball is the answer to Lonzo being healthy the rest of his career and never having these issues again, and the Bulls have failed Lonzo Ball and he's going to be unhealthy. But I think that for some players, getting back to the things that got you to this point, getting back to, as he said, the basics, can be beneficial for you. And I'm intrigued to see what it does for Lonzo, right? Because if it, like he said, LaMelo has kept up the same regimen. He's never had a major injury, and he's been playing professionally since he was 16. LiAngelo has kept up the same regimen. He's played professionally overseas. He's played in the G League here. He's never had a major injury. Maybe their bodies are just used to the way that things went when they were in the house with LaVar.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the impact of eating, right? Like you said, getting almond milk, things like that, changing your diet. I think sometimes that goes underrated on what that means for helping your body regenerate.
Yeah.
It's hugely important. And very often we do forget things like that, and we need to stop because it's important. And shout out to Lonzo for doing what he needs to do. If this is true and he is going to be rehabbing in LA, I'm sure that the Bulls medical staff and the front office is going to be kept in the loop every step of the way. Because at the end of the day, I hope it's not only in the Bulls' interest, but this is in Lonzo's interest. If he pushes it too hard on a bone bruise, we've already talked about it, you can blow out your knee completely, and that may be your career at that point.
Yeah.
So as long as he's still listening to his body with the pain levels and everything, once that rehab does ramp up, if a diet change helps with that, helps his body heal, then shout out to Lonzo for making that step and it being the correct one if it does work for him.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm intrigued to see it, right? Because Lonzo or LaVar essentially said, in a way, only LaVar can. Boy, that boy got up out there, man, and he start drinking that almond milk and he wasn't doing that stuff back at my house. He ain't never had an injury at my house. Played 36 minutes a game.
LaVar's a nut, man.
LaVar, I ain't gonna call LaVar a nut. Hey, listen. LaVar reminds me of so many black fathers I've known in my life. When they believe something, and you're not going to change their mind.
This is true.
There's some things that LaVar say that be a little out of there. Yeah, I'm there. But I think with this situation, right, like, I think that going back home and getting back to the basics may be what Lonzo's need. At a minimum, right, we can see the results of, he's not old. He's 24, like you said. Like, we can see the results from his 6 years in the NBA, and it could just be because it's a tougher competition, tougher grind, all of that, versus his entire life since he's been, 12 years old, right? Like, LaVar had him in a regiment that was set and just kept ramping it up, and then all of a sudden in the NBA, you saw him start to have more injuries. So I don't know if it's because of the competition. I don't know if it's because of the skill. I don't know if it's because of the diet, one or the other, but do yourself a favor. Go listen to LaVar talk for 30 minutes. That's some stuff. Hey, look, for a Chicagoan, right, if you listen to Cap every single day, the moment you hear LaVar Ball say, I could talk to you anytime, man. You so intelligent and you just get it. Not to say Cap is dumb, but as a Chicagoan, the second he said that, you was like, yeah, these two fit. Hey, man. But before we get to this final topic where we're going to get into, I done forgot the final topic. Hold on. I got to.
Ayo winning the second team.
Before we get into this fight, hey, don't worry, we can cut this and get back in there.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. And action. Before we get into this final topic about Ayo making NBA all second team for the rookies, Shout out to Ayo Dosunmu. We got to tell you about Sakara, man. Listen, Haize, what do people always say? Listen, if you want to get right, you want to start feeling better, you got to eat less. Not according to Sakara. Looking and feeling your best shouldn't mean deprivation. Instead, choose joy and abundance. Sakara's organic, plant-rich, transformational nutrition programs are designed to help you cultivate your body intelligence so that you can nourish your body and experience the results you want. Everybody wants to get in shape. Everybody wants to start feeling better. Everybody wants to start looking better. Chicago, summertime shy is coming. Guess what? I'm sick of the beer belly, even though I just had 2 beers the other day. Don't worry about that. But Sakara is a wellness company anchored in food as medicine on a mission to nourish your body through the power of plants. So, if you want to if you want to start feeling better, give Sakara a try. They give you the tools you need to transform your life with organic, ready-to-eat meal delivery programs and functional wellness essentials. Here's the thing. They're nutritionally designed, chef-crafted breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, and are made with powerful plant-rich ingredients, helping you boost your energy, support your digestive, curb your sugar cravings, which is a problem for me, man. Let me tell you, Built Barbie helping though. Shout out to Built as well, and get your skin glowing. Shout out, hey, I give Haize. Haize be cracking me up, right? He drops the every day. There's like a sunshine on this melanin pick on Twitter. Be on the lookout for that if you're not following him on Twitter, man. And there's the thing. It's all delivered right to your door. So right now, Sakara is offering listeners 20% off their first order when they go to sakara.com/locked-on20 or enter the code locked-on20 at checkout. That is Sakara, SAKARA.com/locked-on20 to get 20% off your first order. Sakara.com/locked-on20. Let's get into Ayo Dosunmu, my boy.
Let's get into it, man. So our savior, no, I'm just playing, not the savior, but our our second round pick that overachieved this year, that just played so well for us as all throughout the season, had a lot of big buckets, a lot of big games, and just contributed very well to a team that was fighting for a playoff spot and ended up making the playoff spot. He even started a lot of games for us at the back half of the season after Lonzo went down. Got named to the second team all rookie team. How does this make you feel, man? It's been a minute. It's been like the Bulls have gone through a lot of draft picks lately.
Lowry made all rookie, right?
Lowry made all rookie. Wendell, did he make either all rookie team?
I don't remember Wendell making it. I know Lowry made it. I don't remember Wendell making it. I don't think Kobe might have made one.
Did he?
Kobe might have made an all-rookie team. Maybe not. He came out in a heck of a draft class, too. I ain't gonna lie to you. There was a lot of people after Kobe that played pretty well.
Kobe made all-rookie second team, 2020.
So here's the thing, right? Like, it means something.
Mm-hmm.
But does it mean something in the long run? It means something right now. It means that the young fella came out. He showed us something. He showed us that he's got skill. He showed us that he's got, at a minimum, right, enough talent to be in the NBA. He's also in a very different position for us. He's a second-round pick, not the 7th pick in the draft. He's a second-round pick that came in and basically showed you that he's not a scrub. He basically showed you that, hey, no, I can outplay some of the people that are on the court right now. I can outplay some of the people that are my competition. And here's the exciting thing about Ayo, right? Ayo, not only, to me, making the all-rookie team, there's a difference here. Ayo making the all-rookie team is based on the fact that every other rookie point guard he went up against, he tried to make their life a living hell. When he went up against Cade's life, what he had Cade. I was like, that's your first pick in the draft right there? Are you telling me the dude that we took in the second round is dominating him defensively like this? I don't remember Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, did he cook us? I don't remember.
I think he did go off on us one game.
I think Josh Giddey might have got us. Josh Giddey might be the one that got us. But I know, I'll tell you this, Jalen Green had an awful night versus the Bulls when Ayo Dosunmu was playing against them. So there's when I look at it, right, like there are things about it where I say, hey, we've had NBA all rookies. But none of those guys showed that, hey, I'm head and shoulders better than my competition at this piece of my game. And so for me with Ayo, I'm excited by that. I'm excited by him making an all-rookie team. I'm excited by the defensive output that he gave us. And I'm excited because he did this versus his contemporaries and versus people that are above him at this point in the game. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see that from Larry. We didn't see that from Kobe White.
Yeah, and I just checked too. Giddey did not get us this season, actually. In 2 games against us, he scored 9 points in one game and 11 points in the other.
What was the assists on that mode? I think one of them games he was diming us up.
Let's
I know
see.
Lou Dort got it. I know Lou Dort.
He did have a triple double against us.
Yeah. I was gonna say Lou Dort was
11,
cooking us
12,
one
and
game.
10.
Yeah, Lou
he
Dort
had
was
11
cooking
points
us one game.
Yeah. You know what? I actually do remember that because that was the game that was so frustrating. I think my live stream after that was lit. So,
yeah, I know mine. Hey, mine was. It was just people like, what the?
But yeah, man, shout out to and the thing is like you said, does it mean something now? Yes. Does it feel good now? Yes. But it really doesn't mean anything for the long run, right? What means something in the long run is Ayo continue to put in the work, and we know and trust he's going to do that. He's a sponge. What he's going to continue to learn and add to his game, have no concerns there as of right now. Wouldn't it hurt so bad if Ayo comes out in his second season and lays a dud?
No, because he's a second round pick. And we're not relying on Ayo, right? Like Lonzo we relied on Ayo this season because of the injury. Like that's what I'm saying. The expectations are completely different. If Ayo comes out next season and he is the same level of player, guess what? He was picked 38th, 39th in the draft. I would say, hey, I thought he was going to be a little bit more. But I wouldn't feel like we lost out. I wouldn't feel like AK failed on that pick.
Oh no, never that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't feel like we're like I do with Kobe White. I wouldn't feel like I did with Larry Marketing, like I did with Wendell. Like I felt like, man, we picked y'all 7 and y'all can't be good enough to be on the court some nights.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever fail with a second round pick. I think it either works or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Especially when it's 38th. Like maybe that first couple of picks in the second round, but even then, like the times that second round picks turn into even role players is rare. So yeah, I would never say AK failed on a second round pick. You either win a second round pick
or you don't.
Work. Yeah,
you either win on a second round pick or you move on.
That's it. Period. Point blank.
If Marco fizzles out, no one's feelings are hurt. If Patrick Williams fizzles out, we got some problems.
Let's not even see. Look, bro, don't even. Where's some wood at? Like somebody knock on something. Like, come on, Pat is literally trying to curse us, man.
I don't believe in all that stuff, man. Look, if me sitting here talking about you on the camera can mess your game up, you wasn't good enough. Because there's a lot of people that sat there on the camera and said Kobe and Jordan wasn't good enough.
All right, you got points. Points have been made. Points have been made. But yeah, shout out to Ayo Dosunmu from Locked On Bulls, man. We appreciate it. Just his play, his effort this season, his ability to step up. Yeah, he hit that rookie wall. Because he played in what did Ayo end up playing in 70-something games this season? It's crazy.
Well, he started 56 games, I believe.
He started 56 games?
I believe he started 56 games this year.
That's wild.
Let me double check that. Yeah, I'm saying we got stats out here. That might be high. Lonzo played in 30. No,
Ayo did start it.
That's probably right. A couple of times. That's probably right. Hold on, Ayo.
So no, he started in 40 games. He played in 77 games this season.
Started in 40, played in 77.
Started in 40, played in 77. So that's still a lot, man. For a player that people
that wasn't supposed to play this much.
People expected Ayo to get a lot of G League minutes. The fact that he never touched the G League,
I didn't,
and played since game 1.
Hey, put some respect on the Windy City Breeze. Called him the steal of the draft when he was drafted. Stop playing with us, man.
Bro, but listen, you say so much over there. You are bound to hit.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, we getting shady out here today. All right.
Oh no, man. You know how
Hold
to
on,
message
hold
me.
on. There's some takes over on Chicago Bulls Central now that haven't exactly proven true in this.
I mean, listen, bro. Listen, I had to throw some fun at you, but I mean, that's the nature of this, though, right?
It is. It's the nature.
This
of the
nature
beast.
is like,
Hey, I have been woefully wrong on a lot of people. I said Larry Markkinen is one of the most dominant power forwards when he's aggressive. That man tried to get aggressive the next night and dislocated his shoulder.
I mean, but for a while there, what you said would have been true though, because there were times when Laurie got mad.
Yeah, and he would play great, but he would always come up like, Larry Markkinen has destroyed his knee. Like, how?
Oh man, that's wild, bro. That is wild, man.
The finisher.
The finisher. Yeah. That I wish he earned that nickname a little bit more, man. But anyway, Bulls trauma aside. Shout out to Ayo Dosunmu, man. Any lasting thoughts or anything that you want to say before we go for the night?
Nah, man, I think we good. Shout out to Ayo. You know what I'm saying? Good dub out there. Lavar, hope you wrong on Zach LaVine. Hope you right about your son. And I don't even remember what the first topic was. That was 2 topics ago, so it don't matter. All right, let's get up out of here, man. Follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. It's at PATTHEDESIGNER. As I did go to public school, but they taught me how to spell. Also, follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls.
I need you to get a new saying after spelling your name, bro. We know now that you went to public school and you know how to spell. We know that.
Why I got to get a new saying, man?
Because mix it up, man. Like, come on.
I mean, my whole life is mixed up. What's up with the shade tonight, brother? What's up with the shade tonight? I didn't realize we was coming through here on Shadesmar in this mug. I didn't realize we was coming through taking shots
you know what
in
it
this
is?
mug.
And behind the scenes,
Behind the scenes got you feeling ready now.
No, it was the way that you came into the stream prepared.
Hey, I was coming in with full smoke. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was coming in ready to fire something up in this mug.
Oh man, hey y'all, Pat thought I was on some David Ruffin stuff.
I thought he was out here doing me like old Temptation.
But anyway, man, y'all can follow me at CEO Haize at CEO HAIZE. Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls today. Thank you for making us your first listen. For your second listen, you can go and check out Locked On NBA, where the Locked On experts take you to deep dive inside the playoffs with insight and analysis affecting all 30 teams. Our very own Pat the Designer will be on the episode today. So make sure you tune in, go get a double dose of Pat the Designer. But that is it for Locked On Bulls for today, man. We love you guys. We out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.